Hello, and good afternoon to all. Happy Monday. This is Carla Thornton McLean with CLT Transformation Life Coaching. Today, I want to go over and speak with you in regards to, I don't know if something that you actually suffer or maybe deal with is something that I just actually found out. I'm going to be going over an article that I actually just recently found. And I could possibly myself even actually have this disorder. And the reason why I say it, because I've been dealing with it since I was a little girl, as far as I can actually remember. I do remember when I was younger, I originally from Kentucky, so we definitely have what they call 4 different seasons. Anytime beginning around my birthday month, October, um, the weather starts changing. Of course, you're going into fall and into the winter months. But I've always wondered why my mood was more less like a sad mood. In other words, is I just really didn't care for as far as those months, and I didn't really understand why. But during the summer months and spring, when the sun was out, always was more excited, more happy, if you will. So I recently found an article in regards to an order called Sad Season. In other words, it's 8 tips for staying positive during the sad season. And first of all, I want to go over because I didn't actually know what sad season actually meant, or there even was what they call a sad season. And SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Okay. Once again, SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Okay. And like I said, I definitely would say that I have dealt with this, like I said, disorder since I was a little girl. Like I just went over and said, I didn't understand the reason why I had those emotions and feelings until I just recently ran across this article. It states that individuals who suffer from this disorder does so during the seasons, which falls right the end of October and go through the month of February, which is late fall and the end of winter. And I actually just mentioned that to you all, that I noticed when I was younger, even coming up into adulthood, even right to this day. And here in Texas, it's 68 today, almost 70, beautiful, a little windy, but beautiful today. But last week we actually was dealing with what they called like a winter storm or ice storm, if you will. In other words, where it was pretty icy in a very, very cold temperatures, in the low 30s and then below 30s actually at night. So you also do know during these months, I believe it's right around September, October, where the time actually falls back. So in other words, is if you notice, it usually gets dark around anywhere as early as 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, and like I said, the sun actually doesn't rise until later on during these months. Okay. Um, these individuals suffer from sadness due to the lack of the sun. That's what I was actually talking about with the hours changing during these months. Loss of lack of sun during these months, as well as companies doing massive layoffs and the fear of recessions. If you also notice, if you will, if you want to reflect, depends on how old you are, over the years, if you've noticed, most companies are always doing, like what the article said, a massive layoff, or during the time at the end of the month. You notice might even start as early as August, September. They actually start doing layoffs, if you will. And most companies, I believe, it has something to do with how you say, being able to pay people, if you will. In other words, if it's not fitting within the budget, that they start doing those massive layoffs during that time of the year. So a lot of people can actually suffer from, how you say, layoffs during that time. Well, of course, during that time, starting in the month of October, where then you're talking about, like I said, a couple of months, and then it's what, Christmas time. So a lot of people start suffering from, if they do lose their jobs during that month, depression and sadness, because at that time they don't actually have the income, which was was previously there before their company did those massive layoffs, and the fear of recession. Some common symptoms are a depressed mood for most of the day and can last over a course of several weeks or more. Now, I noticed recently for me, myself, last week, like I said, with it getting dark pretty early. I think it's maybe closer to 5:30 or 6 now. In other words, you don't have that much of sun. And then if you're actually not having any sun like last week at all, like we did, it was more cloudy, rain and sleet. in other words, so you're not really getting any light, if you will. So that can actually have something to do with someone's mood. And I know for me, it can put you in, like you said, an overwhelming, like sadness mood, or just really not positive, energetic, motivated, or inspired. And that has something to do with, I didn't realize it has something to do with the sun. Like I said, that lack of sun, that lack of light. A lack of pleasure in doing the things you used to enjoy. I know, once again, for me, I work from home in regards to my business. Once again, I love doing my businesses, don't get me wrong, but still, once again, just that lack of sun can still have, uh, how you say, have an effect on your emotional, your state of mind, well-being. Okay. Changes in energy, motivation, sleep, and appetite. Now, personally, for myself, like I said, I know since as far as I can remember being a little girl, especially during my teenage years, as I got older, I did notice for myself that I was always wondering why it was that I felt that way. In other words, felt sadness, didn't feel the excitement, the motivation, the energy. Like I said, because of, how you say, being a seasonal affective disorder. I never heard of this until recently. Like I said, when I ran across this, how you say, this article. But also, there is hope on the horizon, though. Here are 8 tips for maintaining a positive mental health during the sad season. Keep a sleep routine by waking up and going to bed at the same time each day. Try to be consistent on the weekends as well. Okay. Once again, when that time change happens in September, late October, in other words, you're losing, they say you're gaining, how you say, basically you're supposed to be gaining an hour of sleep. But once again, because if your time falls back, but once again, it's that lack of sun. So it's going to be actually getting dark earlier. So once again, it can play with your psyche. In other words, you'll say, oh my God, it's so late. And really realize, I hope it might only just be 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but because it's dark outside, your psyche might maybe make you think it's 9, 10 o'clock, pretty late at night, when in actuality it's not. Okay. So it can affect your routine, but like I said, this is the 8 tips for trying to maintain a positive mental health during this sad season. Try and keep a sleep routine by waking up and going to bed at the same time each day, and try to be consistent on the weekends as well. Do not eat heavy meals right before bed. Eat healthy nutrients during the day. Go outside as often as you can. Now, it depends on where you live at and how cold it is. You might want to grab a jacket or coat. I'm going to be honest, last week, you guys, I don't remember going outside one time. I do not care for cold weather at all. And of course, like I said, it definitely messes with my psyche as far as wanting to even get up or pretty much do anything to more or less go out, grab on a coat, and actually go outside. The only kind of air that I even maybe felt is maybe like opening the back door, let my grandbaby, my grandfur babies outside, like the dogs. Okay. But they said definitely try to go outside as often as you can and grab a jacket or coat. If you actually do have an animal that you actually maybe have to take out, or even if you actually take it walking, maybe going outside, stepping outside, or maybe a very short, brisk walk, and maybe come back in. Exercise at least 3 to 5 times a week, anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. I would actually say if you're a beginner and you actually usually don't do regular exercise, I would maybe start out at 20 minutes and maybe working your way up to 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. I would say at least 3 to 5 times a week. And the article said 5 times a week. The reason why I say that, because if you don't even work out, that's going to be pretty challenging for you. So if you actually want to go with these benefits and try to implement them, I would start out maybe 3 times a week, right? And maybe around 20 minutes until you can work yourself up to 30 minutes or 45 minutes a day. This actually has a positive impact and improves your mood by exercising. Definitely for me personally, from past experience, and definitely exercising, it will actually help you sleep at night. I know it does me. When you're actually exercising, you actually fall asleep better at night. Don't drink coffee or alcohol right before bedtime. Avoid blue light from your cell phone before going to bed. A lot of us are guilty of that. I know sometimes I am. If I can't sleep, that I'll happen to pick up my cell phone, and they're saying once again that light from your cell phone is actually not helping you. So try to avoid looking at your cell phone at night, okay, right before you go to sleep. reach out to a friend or a trusted loved one to talk about how you're feeling during this time, okay? Seek professional help if things get worse or too heavy for you to do alone. Some other helpful tools. I do not actually have these products I'm getting ready to go over that this article talk about, but since I did find this article, I am going to be investing myself. When I do purchase these products, I will actually do what they call include in my product review videos. I will actually be going over those and creating a video for you, okay? Other helpful tools in the article says use a 10,000 lux light box for 30 minutes each morning has been shown to help with seasonal affective disorder. Okay, so 10,000 lux light box for 30 minutes each morning. I did actually find these. I've already done my research. It's over on Amazon. You actually can get them from Amazon.com. Use a sunrise alarm clock that mimic the colors of a sunrise if it's more difficult for you to get out of the bed before the sun is up. Once again, I had never heard about a light box or even a sunrise alarm clock. So I'm definitely going to be investing in actually both of those to see if it actually helps. And like I said, I'll be creating those product videos for you. Journaling at night, what makes you feel anxious can help. I do use a journal. And I noticed for me right now, like I said, because of dealing with this disorder that I didn't know I actually had, because of right now being in the winter months, I'm usually up late at night. I can't sleep. So I usually do my journaling at night. But also it says journaling at night, what makes you feel anxious can actually help. Okay. I've already went over, like I said, I will actually be purchasing the above products, and I will be, like I said, doing those product review videos. I will be creating those for you as well. Okay. In the future, as soon as I actually purchase those products and actually use them for myself. Okay. I hope this video was of some value to you, as well it was some value and solution for myself. If you know of anyone who is suffering from SAD, please feel free to share this video with them. It definitely could help them. Remember, sharing is caring, okay? And I will actually include in this video at the bottom here and include how you say and the just include in this video when I'm actually how you say as far as the notes. I will have the reference article if you actually want to just click on it and actually go over from where I actually got this article from. So like I said, I will actually be including this in the video, okay? I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. I hope everyone's having a nice Monday and maybe having some decent weather like we are here in Texas. I actually just got back in and enjoyed the weather. Like I said, 68, almost 70 degrees. That's definitely beautiful weather this time of year. And definitely wanted that opportunity when sun shines. It does put me in a better mood, and I do actually like getting out. So I hope everyone's actually having a wonderful Monday as well as a warm Monday. If not, remember to try and, like I said, get out. If you have to put on a jacket or coat to actually get some kind of air to actually help with your mood if you're actually dealing with seasonal affective disorder as well. Okay. You all take care, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.